During my sophomore year, I got lucky, or so I thought. I'd scored a single room in one of the newly renovated dorms. Private bathroom, big windows, upgraded AC. Most students had to deal with roommates and cramped closets, but I had my own space. No one else's mess, no one else's drama. I loved it. For the first couple of months, it felt like the perfect setup. I could study in silence, sleep whenever I wanted, and unwind without distractions. My room was at the end of the hall, so even foot traffic was minimal. A peaceful little corner of campus. Then the phone started ringing. The dorm still had landlines, mostly for emergencies or inter-campus calls. They rarely rang, especially in private rooms. But one night, around 3:11 a.m., mine did. I remember the exact time because I checked my alarm clock before answering. I was half asleep, confused. I picked up the receiver and said, "Hello." Nothing. Just static. It wasn't loud, more like soft, slow crackling, like a distant radio station. I waited a few seconds, said hello, again. Still nothing. I hung up, chalking it up to a crossed line or glitch in the building system. But it happened again 2 nights later. Same time, 3:11 a.m. This time, the static was joined by something else, breathing. Shallow, uneven, like someone was right up against the mouthpiece, just listening. I didn't sleep after that one. Over the next week, the calls kept coming. Always at the same time. Always with the static. And always with that horrible breathing. I started unplugging the phone at night. But when I came back from class during the day, the cord would be plugged back in. Every time. No one else had a key to my room. I told myself it had to be maintenance or a glitchy phone system. So I called campus IT. They checked the logs and told me, casually, that no incoming calls had been registered to my line during those nights. I asked, "So what? Someone just called me from nowhere." The guy on the line paused, then said, "Well, technically, there was no source for the signal. It's like your phone turned itself on." That night, I left the phone unplugged, locked the door, and stuffed a towel under the gap so no light or sound could come in. I put on headphones and tried to drown out the fear. At 3:11 a.m., the power went out. Total silence. My music cut out. The light from my alarm clock vanished. I sat upright, heart pounding. Then I heard the knock. Soft. Slow. 3 times. From the inside of the room. Not at the door. Not at the window. Inside. I grabbed my flashlight and swept the room. Nothing. Closet, empty. Bathroom, empty. Under the bed, nothing. But the phone was ringing. It was still unplugged. Just sitting there on the desk, ringing. I moved out the next morning. Campus housing said they'd never had anyone request a transfer from that building before. They acted like I was overreacting. I don't care. I don't need an explanation. I don't need to know who was calling me or why. I just know it started with a harmless midnight ring and ended with a voice whispering my name through the static.